Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing about an ER diagram for student registration system. So, let us see first what is database management system. In database management system, we'll be learning about ER diagram. So first, let's see what is database management system. Database management system, also we call it as DBMS. It is a software that provides a systematic way to create, retrieve, update, and manage data in databases, acting as an interface between the database and its users or application programs to ensure the data is consistently organized and it is easily accessible to everyone. That is about database management system. So in database management system, there is an ER diagram. What's an ER? Here, ER is entity relationship. So this is an entity relationship diagram. And what entity relationship diagram is? It is a visual representation used in database design to illustrate the structure of a database. It illustrates the structure of a database. It shows the entities involved in the system and the relationships between those entities. Here are the key components of an ER diagram. Because it is an entity relationship diagram, of course, the key components would be entities, relationships, attributes, primary key, and notation. So what is entity? Let's see. Entity An entity is an object or concept about which data is stored. Let me give you an example. Example is a student. Student can be called as an entity. An entity can also be said as a collection of attributes. So now let's see what attribute is. Attributes are the properties or characteristics of an entity. Like how we gave an example for entity as student, the example for attribute would be student ID, semester, roll number. You, you can even say attribute as something which describes an entity. And here the symbols which we use in ER diagram, the symbol for entity is a rectangle and the symbol for attribute is an oval shape. Let's see the other components of ER diagram. Primary key. Primary key is a key, a unique key given to each of the, for example, if we take student entity, of course, student entity will be having students. So a unique element, unique key for each student would be their roll number. So you can identify a person using their roll number, which is a unique key for them. And the next component is relationships. Relationships here mean the relation between the entity and the attribute. Like there are many kind of relationships, like one-to-one relationship, one-to-many relationship, many-to-many relationship, many-to-one relationship. So these can be described as the relation between the attribute and the entity. So, and the symbol here for relationship is a diamond shape. You'll see. So the main topic of this video is ER diagram for student registration system. So let's see. Here it's a system where there is a registration of student done. So register is a relationship. You see, it has a diamond shape. It has three entities, student, entity, and admin. And let's see the attributes of each entity. Student entity has attributes like student name, student address, father's name, student ID, email ID, phone number, and the course for which the student has enrolled. course ID. So the next entity has attributes such as search record, course ID, course name, and the activities done. The admin entity has attributes such as student ID, course name, and register. The admin entity, you can register the students. That is what this ER diagram is about. So you can see the student entity has attributes. Of course, a student would have the student's name, student's address, father's name, student ID, email ID, phone number, and course ID. They are all the attributes. In more simple words, they are the characters which describe an entity, the entity called student. The same is entity and admin. Entity has attributes search record, course ID, course name, the course ID and course name for which the student has enrolled, and the activities done. And the admin entity has student ID, like they'll have student ID and the course for which the student has enrolled, and they can register the student. That's all in today's video. See you all in another video. Bye bye.